Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We'll be bringing raw and unfiltered energy for each movie and TV show that we will be reviewing. Just think of it as turning your movie group chat into a podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
I am Jason. And man, per usual, I got some house rules I want to run through with you. So let's get started. One, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, please stop, go check it out, and then come listen to this review. Number two, please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know, let your church members know, let your family know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though podcast. Number three, have fun. We just kicking shit, having fun with my friends. That's what we do. And last but not least, this is not a kid-friendly podcast. So if you're watching with your kids, that's something on you that has nothing to do with us. Let's get to this review.
Welcome back.
Right.
Yeah, bro, what kind of shit is that? Just gonna kick me off. Like, who ask me if I want to update? Like, where is my, you know what I'm saying?
They said, "Roop." I said, "Oh, well, he's gone."
Just no regard for life or nothing. They didn't ask me anything. Did it?
You could have been recording some evidence, and it's like, right. Update.
Not today, you won't.
That'd be a crazy scene in a horror movie, or even like a lawyer movie. Like, man, I'm trying to. Oh my god, this is just shut down. Updated though.
And really, that's on you because they said they do pop-ups to tell
you. It didn't. I promise you, it did.
Teams sometimes be like, shutting down. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm about to start a meeting.
I didn't even get it, man. So, I was at work today. It's actually very relevant. Well, I got two things. The relevant one, I'm going to say that one first. So, I have this black woman, there's a white woman, and then there's this black man. They come into the store. And, like, I didn't know they were together. I just know the black lady came in last, and she was, like, yelling. And I'm like, hey, you good? You need help? You need some assistance? She was like, nah, I'm just looking for my friend. She kind of looked, she got that look, you'll figure that out when we get to the end. But she got that look. I'm like, all right, okay. So the guy, he's looking for a torch. The torch lighter, you typically use them like when you smoke like a cigar type thing, because it has the larger flame. She's like, I'm looking for some spoons. I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, spoons, they over there. Spoons over there. Then the last lady, she come back with a jar of icing and baking soda. And I was just like, this is a crazy party pack.
Right.
I don't know.
Combination.
I said, I don't know what y'all finna do, Little Rock, but
with the spoons and the torch, I was like, okay, baking soda. But people still use spoons these days. I thought they had escalated their situation.
That's how somebody said.
2025, y'all.
Somebody said that's a lost art. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all doing stuff the throwback version.
Damn, I thought it was Thursday, because then I could be like, they probably was like, let's do a throwback Thursday party pack with our shit. But it was Wednesday.
Way back Wednesday.
Way back Wednesday.
And I was like, but why would I said, but what do they need the icing for? They're not gonna bake a cake. Somebody said all the crackheads I know love sweets.
I was about to say maybe they was gonna eat it as a snack afterwards, but I don't know the ins and outs of the making of it. So
I have a question. What kind of icing was it? Was it confetti?
I think it was. I think it was strawberry. No,
nobody's.
Well, she said it was either that or cream cheese. One of the two, because lady said, "Is that cream cheese?" I was like,
was the lip like that?
Yeah,
just hanging down like that.
Yeah,
that just reminded me of Sherman from or Buddy Love from Nutty Professor when his lip was hanging down at the end.
Man, okay, so second thing relevant, because it's like white guy work, man. White people, not white people. Let me say our older generation, they typically can't remember anything. But like these older white men, for some reason, they really keep up with dirty jokes. Like this guy, he shot me 3 dirty jokes back. He came back in the store twice to finish telling me 2 other jokes. I was gonna tell one. I'm gonna see if it hit. Like, cause it was funny to me, but I'm gonna see if it hit y'all.
Oh God.
All right. So there was this man. He was on the flight. He was just gonna go on a vacation. He gets on the plane. Of course, there's a man and a woman's restroom. The man's restroom is full. He was like, "Hey, can I shoot?" Like, I mean, there's nobody in it, so I guess you can go ahead and go into it. So he sneaks off into the women's restroom. He's using it, and there's like 3 buttons in there. There's a WW, there's a WW, a PP, and there is a ATR button. So he's like, fuck it. He's, the curiosity got the best of him. So boom, he pressed the WW. It's warm water. So he gets the warm water. He's like, dang, the women get out of the nice stuff in the bathroom. So he gets the warm water, shoots up, So secondly, then he hit the PP button, and it's like a powder option or something. I don't know why you would have powder, but hey, powder hits the
Powder
area.
is necessary.
Powder hits the powder, and he was like, "Fuck it, let me just finish the experience." He wakes up in the hospital after he pressed the ATR. He was like, "Yeah, so you was pressing all the buttons, but that's an automatic tampon removal button." So.
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
Yes, we are starting off with dad jokes for episode 150. This is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And we are joined with one of our special friends of the show today, Hold on. What do you want to? I want to make sure we get this right before I say anything. What do we? I'm gonna say Roomie, so you can introduce yourself as what you want, and I'll follow suit. Roomie, how are you today?
Roomie is fine. I'm wonderful, thank you. Roomie or Mrs. Moore, I'll take either of the two. I claim them.
Got you. Okay, I got you. How you been, ma'am? How's your year going?
I've been good. Been very busy, traveling a lot. I just got back actually from the desert, so.
I seen y'all was having a few problems there.
She went on a damn horror movie adventure type of shit. Like,
well, first of all, it was the daytime. So, but it was giving the hills have eyes.
When
eyes.
She said it, I said,
damn it. Yeah, I said, damn it, it was in the daytime, wasn't it? I'm out here traipsing around in the desert on my self-guided hike at that. I don't know who I thought I was.
What was you on? Was you walking?
I was walking. I was walking.
A walking hike. Okay.
Yeah, walking up. Hike. Yeah, we walked 4.5 miles. It was supposed to be 3.1, but we got lost. So, there's that. But once we got to the top, it was good. Gotcha. But I had my survival kit. I was ready to go. Also had Sally. She was with me. So,
Okay. I don't know who I kind of figured. Did you have a fanny pack? Did you have a fanny pack?
I had a backpack that had water in it. I had a fanny pack my fanny pack had snacks and a flask because,
Was it water in the flask?
No. There was liquor in the flask. There was water in the water backpack. Yeah, no, there was liquor in the flask. Snacks in the fanny pack. I had my water backpack like I was like the ones the little runners use with the little straw that come around. And then I had my weapon. Because I need that at all times. You need and that. My survival kit that had flares and a little
This nigga was what's that movie, Jazz?
Dora the Explorer. Tomb Raider.
Yeah, damn, it's just like every exploration. I was thinking of the movie about the woman who was they were trying to kill her, but she was a survivalist. So she was just like prepared for shit like that. But she was
was that the one with Zoe Saldana?
Angelina Jolie.
No.
Oh, that's
we talking about two different ones.
You talking about the one with
It's just some random white woman. She was at she was a date to a boyfriend. They came to the house and they tried to kill her at the dinner table. They was like, wait, I didn't know this broad was
Hunt?
The Hunt. Was it The Hunt?
It was just in the house,
Jason
and
don't
it was
Yeah.
kind of funny,
Yeah.
but it was funny, but it
Yeah.
was serious too.
Because this
Was
was
it
getting
Ready or
married.
Not?
It
No, it
wasn't.
was the hunt. It was the hunt, right?
It might have been.
Because all the family was chasing after her, trying to
Yeah,
kill her.
everybody was trying to chase her. Yeah, because Ready
Yeah.
or Not that's not it. I know exactly what that is, but it's similar to that. But she was just. He was like, I didn't know she could do all of this. Like, what is?
She said, I'm about to cross you
And
up.
the
First
twist
off,
was, of course, the boyfriend was in on the whole.
Okay, that's not the hunt then, because she was just a random chick they picked up. She didn't have any kind of relationship with the people that was trying to kill her. I don't know what movie Jason talking about.
I know which one he's talking about because they were like dating. They were dating, and she went to the house, and he was all stressed out because he was like, I don't know. I guess he thought they weren't gonna do it, but the family, they always bring somebody, and I think she had to like the sunrise or something to like survive.
No,
I forget what
actually,
happened.
is Your Next.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about?
Oh,
Y'all never seen that?
it
Okay.
went.
No, I haven't seen that.
I don't think
I'm thinking about
so.
the one where they were in a relationship.
They
Where
were
am I
in. I
from?
mean, you should. Okay, so Jazz, I think you would like
Multiple
it.
versions of this,
But Your Next is
apparently.
that. I mean, when they Hollywood can never get one idea. There's 1,000 movies about a woman that can't go outside. There's 1,000 of those movies.
I'm thinking of The Invitation, but I'm like, that had vampires in it, and I know that's
Yeah,
not
no,
what we're
this ain't.
talking
Not, it
about.
ain't. It's not that at all. It's not. It kind of feels like what's the movie we really like? Strangers. It kind of feels like Strangers a little
Oh,
bit.
mother! I hate that movie.
Strangers is good though.
That's a
That movie is good.
horrifying movie
Your Next is
because
good. It's
yeah,
just not as
why?
scary. It's a little bit funny. It's a little. It has a bit
Oh,
more
okay.
funny in it. But we're not here to discuss that. We're not here to discuss that. We're taking it back to the 90s, early 90s. Well, actually the
Great
80s,
time.
but early 90s. Yes, people, we are talking about New Jack City for episode 150. Yes, the movie starring Wesley Snipes, Alan Payne, and a gang of niggas during the New Jack swing era in music.
Hold on, so I was here for 100 and 150? Shouts out to me. Anyway, go
Well,
ahead.
what?
Wasn't I here from episode 100?
That was
Nah,
Scream.
episode 100 was Scream. This is actually the
Oh,
first movie we've done
She was the
that
last time. That's the last one I don't remember.
it
Roman was
was the
on.
panel.
I thought it wasn't Say the Last Dance.
yeah, that was my last movie one. But sorry to distract you. For some reason, I thought it was 100. Anyway, go ahead.
Damn, the panel wasn't last year. It was a
It
Yeah,
panel.
the
was
panel was
last year.
last year.
Now
Yeah,
it was last year. She hasn't been on this year, but yeah,
yeah,
I
I
was
haven't
just
been on this
saying.
year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But the panel was after Save the Last Dance.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, got you.
Okay.
hmm
I was like, what? The
Sorry, I
pod that
distracted the
old?
intro. Look,
No, it's all
I was
good.
feeling special. I'm like, oh shoot, 100, 150, pull me back for 200. But clearly, I got ahead of myself.
It's all good. It's all good. But yes, New Jack City. I I, I can't. I've seen it enough. So when I watched it, it was kind of like riding a bike again. It was like, oh, okay, I remember this. I remember
hmm
this. I remember this going back in this movie. But one thing I was wondering when I was looking at the entire time is who would y'all rather have as y'all friend? Nino Brown or Bishop and Juice? But you gotta pick one.
I'm picking
I'm,
Nino.
I'm picking Nino as well.
Yeah, because Bishop was not a friend. He wasn't a friend to anybody.
He was a
Ni-
killer.
Nino
He
wasn't a
was.
friend
He
either.
was. He only turned on you when you turned on him. Really. I mean, him and Keisha was
Well,
tight.
Nino gonna come after your girl, so just keep her away from
Well, I'm a
him
girl,
and
so I
everything.
ain't got one of them. I'm not worried.
Oh, Jason, he's gonna
Yeah,
try to take your girl. I mean,
for you, yeah.
so yeah.
Everything
For
And even
me,
said.
if it's a female version of Nino, she gonna try to
Exactly.
take your man, but just keep him. Just be like, hey ho, back up.
but yeah, check her.
There was there was supposed to be an updated version of this movie that they were going to do. now, of course, there is a play where they have Tretch from Jason's Lyric playing Nino, and of course, Alan Payne is back to play G Money again. But in the updated version of this movie, it wasn't supposed to be a remake; it was supposed to be a continuation.
Hmm.
So same
Wow,
universe.
everybody did. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It was a continuation of the universe. Like, so they would have still been around these people, but it would have been Zendaya would have been the lead. Of course,
Stop it. No.
You made this up. He made it up. I don't believe this at all.
Zendaya is not. Stop it.
No,
You
I'm
are
not
reaching.
playing.
I don't believe this at all.
I'm
Unless you
not
had
joking.
Zendaya
I am
playing
not.
a Pookie-esque,
I am
because
not.
clearly she can play
Zendaya
addict.
plays.
She was gonna
She
play.
can play
She,
addict.
she was gonna
She
play
can
a
play an
Nino.
addict.
She was gonna play a Nino Brown type
No
character.
fucking way. Rue
No.
is not gonna be Nino.
Why? What? So now you limiting this sister? Now
do
we
that.
You know
limiting
what? That's a good
sisters.
point. You know what, Jason? That's a good
You
point.
know
Because
what?
if you've seen her in Dune, you know she ain't about that shit. She do not play
Challengers.
around.
You know what's funny?
So I can
Let,
see it.
let me go ahead and adjust the temperature right quick because this Jason has never been on board with Zendaya like he is right now
Zendaya's
prior to this
amazing.
moment.
But I'm
Listen,
not playing though. This is
but no,
serious. I'm
because
serious.
Jason be coming for Zendaya, and I defend
Why?
Zendaya because he is a hater. But now he's on board after she had a movie with two white boys. When I told you Zendaya has been on her shit.
I've always felt as in Zendaya was Zendaya, but it was for me. I had to see her carry a movie. I've never seen her carry one.
Have
She's
you seen
always
Dune?
again. I want to see her carry a movie. I don't
She
like
carried
Doom.
challenges.
I don't like Doom.
Oh, Jason doesn't like sand.
Fun
Like
fact.
you
I have so many questions.
You put Zendaya in sand. Like that's crazy. Like that's
Oh my God. So
that's over
apparently
the
it was destined for Doom
that was
because
over the
what?
top crazy for me. Like what?
What's your issue with sand? I mean, we haven't even gotten to the movie, so at this point, I feel like I'm not getting us off track. So, what's your issue with sand?
It's why I don't in a movie it just doesn't make sense to me. Like it's not the scene that I like. I like I like an aesthetic, and the sand aesthetic ain't the one I like, honestly. But the whole Doom thing just looks kind of crazy anyway. Just all of it looks weird to
Well, it
me.
is like 2537 or something. Like, it's 500 years in the future, allegedly.
I'm a Star Wars fan though, so stuff like that don't. But that
Right? They got sandy scenes in Star Wars. They've landed on planets that are mostly sand.
they don't play it the same way though.
Jabba the Hutt did live out in sand.
Jabba the Hutt.
I
Whatever.
said Jabba.
Whatever. You remember Piece of the Hut
I
from
do
Spaceballs?
actually.
From Spaceballs. But Jason, pass me the rock, not the crack rock, since you are in Little Rock. But no, that's very interesting because you think about if they were trying to make an updated version of this, there's so many projects that was made similar and had the same kind of style as New Jack City. So I wanted to ask y'all, New Jack City had to crawl and walk for what films to fly?
You want to name one?
Yes.
So, I'm of course I'm gonna just say Snowfall for sure. That definitely borrowed a lot of elements from the movie, and of course it kind of gives you the story before how it actually got there.
I was gonna say same time frame, opposite coast.
Yeah,
Kind of shows you
exactly.
the difference
Yeah,
of how it is affected and the similarities.
Yep. So, of course, Snowfall. A B one. I'm gonna let y'all get one off because I have a few other ones I want to name. What you got, Roomie?
So my initial thought process was Belly. Well, actually, that was my initial, but I didn't want to go in the same era, right? So there were several movies that came out that kind of touched on this vibe in the 90s. But if I want to push forward and I think about something that was like a twosome, that sounds weird, but you know what I'm saying? Like two men who consider themselves like brothers building up an empire and like the differences in how they attack the situation and handle the situation. I'm going Belly, which is one of my favorite movies, actually.
What about you, Jazz? What you got?
I'm gonna go with The Wire.
100%.
See, I didn't know we could pick shows. I thought we were supposed to be picking a film.
Now, what she sent to me said TV or show.
I copied and pasted.
I swore it said
You have a show.
film.
You have
Anyway.
you have another show you want to throw in there?
Well, no, 'cause I didn't think about a show.
You have another. Okay, so another movie I thought of was Friday, but then it could just be. It could be a situation where a lot of the movies during that time just had that lesson. that hard lesson in the movie. So it kind of felt the same because it was kind of teaching Craig how to be a man. So it was the whole thing of learning the value of life, not using that gun. And like in the same thing, the guy was like, you're gonna learn a hard lesson. The granddad, the older gentleman who pulled up at the church, well, not the church, but he pulled up with the pastor was in there and the kids. He was like, man, you out here pretending to be God like this. You are not that. How you gonna get everything back? Um, when it comes to you, and it kind of just shows you the I guess the darker side of what there was, because the first Friday had a more darker tone. I wish they would have kind of stayed with that, but I mean, I get it's only so many of those lessons I guess you can put within those movies before it's just all right, we get the formula, what's going to happen within the story. But yeah.
Okay. I can definitely see that. And another movie I thought of was State Property.
Get down or lay down.
Even though it wasn't that good. But
No, it was, yeah, a lot of those
Yeah.
movies. A lot of those movies we got those hard lessons. Can we put Martin in there? No, you're not gonna put the spoof in Martin, because that was one everybody says one of the funniest episodes.
Oh, he's so silly. With the stuffed dog, the stuffed
yes,
Doberman
Yeah,
pincher.
yeah,
people still use that meme.
I
yeah. I
love
mean,
that. I love that episode.
and the crazy thing is, both dogs neither dog was a threat. Because why did Nino leave the house and leave the dog chained up? What? I guess he just didn't trust the dog inside the house.
You because sometimes you can't. I would say they tore all your stuff up.
Yeah, there's people breaking in the house. He had no security. Like,
Oh,
what?
scary.
He did limit the dog's opportunity to
He
help
did
him.
to help him.
So
That's true.
that makes a
That's
lot of
true.
sense.
That's true.
Would y'all consider this a classic, or would you consider this a black classic?
Black
I
classic.
I say it's a classic. I think that it started that trajectory of showing Black culture and like the things that we're going through. I feel like, especially one of the things that I remember rewatching it, like listening to the newscast play back,
Hmm.
in the background all the time, and it's talking about all the things that are happening and how we're being affected by this, and not just by drugs, but like all of the things that were going on in the Black community. And I feel like this movie kind of started that series because after this
Right.
you got Boys in the Hood, which I'm sure came after, not long after, but came after. So you got that movie, which starts telling you like, okay, on the opposite coast, we still having these same problems. We still have violence, and we have people trying to make it out, and some people trying to take shortcuts, some people not. So I think that it's a classic in general because of the foundation that it laid for that type of movie.
Okay. Jason.
Uh,
Yeah.
I I do think I think it's more so black classic, because now reason being, because I mean I feel like it would have, I feel like this movie would have borrowed elements from some of the bigger white ones. Now in my mind, I do feel as if some of the gun scenes feel very similar to Heat. So it's a possibility. Like, do I think like I think a film buff would be this, but do I think the average white person would know it? Possibly. I think they would know it more so because Wesley was in Blade and they want to go back to see where he came from, type of situation. But like, I think he's the only one besides probably Mario Van Peebles who transcended from this. And I mean, I don't know, because Friday is one of those movies that I think has transcended beyond Black culture at this point. I think that's just a popular movie. So it's a possibility, New Jack. But
Do you think that
I'm
there are any Black movies that are like this one? So when I say that, I mean not a comedy, not like a Friday, that are more dark, that have transcended, that are like considered a classic instead of a Black classic.
I'll say Boys in the Hood.
yeah, I would say
You
Boys in the
think that they're
Hood.
like that multiple Black white people have seen Boys in the Hood?
Yes.
Mm, I would probably put New Jack City in there. I mean, you got the newer stuff doesn't. I mean, I feel like don't count like Get Out. What you count that, you know? Because I mean, that's a black. I feel like that's a black film. But I mean, do you count Get Out as that? In that But outside of them two, I couldn't think of another movie that would honestly that would hit like that for in both cultures. I mean, not both cultures, but beyond Black culture.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't, not saying because I'm even with the white man in the movie, like why was he so dirty? First off, but secondly, um, his face was a familiar face then, back in the day. But I don't know.
Yeah, because he was in the Breakfast Club, I believe, before taking this role.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but with this film, now with rewatching it, I completely forgot that Pookie went through the whole rehab scene. And I was just like, oh wow, so that's pretty much how his bond came with Ice T. And I'm gonna say he was the weakest actor in this film. Like his
Who,
IT.
acting,
Ice-T?
yes.
Oh, it took him 30 years to get good on the other show.
I'm
Okay.
just like watching it. It didn't bother me when I first saw it, but then rewatching it for this, I was just like, what is he doing?
I think this his first film? Like
Probably.
transitioning out of music?
I don't know, but I was just like, his. I hate to see his character on TV, like on the screen. I was just like, oh my goodness, because like you already out in the streets where people can identify you. People can identify you so easily. So for him trying to infiltrate Nino's whole organization, that was very risky. And I understand like a few years went by, but sometimes like you see a face and it just stick in your head. Like I don't, but he was probably guilty with what happened to Pookie. So uh Rumi, I have a question for you. Like with watching this and seeing the different clips of the shots, you had a chase scene. Did you like the cinematography of how this film was, like watching it fresh?
Hmm. I did and I didn't. I'm like, there's parts that I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Like, for example, like the initial chase when he's chasing Pookie and Pookie's on the bike and you're like watching it from multiple viewpoints, right?
Right.
And you see Pookie like looking down and him. I thought he was gone. I thought that trainer took him out. I forgot for a second. I was like, oh Lord,
Right.
golly.
I
But
said, how did he survive
right.
that?
I was like, how you survive getting hit by a train? But so like in that shot for sure. I also liked the like club scene because like the initial club scene, I should say, where Ice-T's character and Nino
Make
are
eye
like
contact.
make eye contact or like, initially getting that who are you vibe because it was definitely giving that, but there were definitely some sketch ones and I was like, this is rough to watch. Like I don't understand why we're in this position in the camera some of the times. Like when they were like at the table having meetings, sometimes I didn't like the camera angle there and things like that. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
I think that was the Mario Van Peebles. That was his vision of what he was trying to do, and I feel like it was of the times like that in the '90s. I feel like that's what that was. But yeah, no, it definitely wasn't. It wasn't amazing. Some of the stuff I was just like, bro, what is going
right,
on?
why are we? What is happening here?
Where are you taking us? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
And why do I feel
Like,
like I'm looking at the ground? Like there was some I'm like, what are we supposed to be looking at? Like what are
it
we
ain't nothing
supposed to be
there.
right?
It
What are we
ain't.
supposed to be looking at right here?
That was a shot that was supposed to get edited out, but they were just
Right,
like,
and they forgot.
damn.
It made it through. Dang. Maybe they won't notice. No, we noticed.
But when y'all think of soundtracks from the 90s, is New Jack City soundtrack, does it ever come to mind?
the vibe comes to mind, but like I'm not gonna
Hmm.
say
I was
the
like, I don't even know that I
soundtrack
know all the
exactly.
songs on the
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Cause like
I mean,
when
it might be fire.
cause like listening to the music throughout the movie, I was like, damn, it's a bop. And it had like artists that were big during that time. Queen Latifah, I think she has a song that's in the intro. And I was just like, damn, why does New Jack City soundtrack never come up when we talk about great soundtracks?
I
But
got a little Keith Sweat on there, a little Johnny Gill, some
right,
Guy,
look at that.
It was just a new. It was really
Two
just like
Live Crew.
a New Jack Swing. I don't know if they had if it was like original music or if it was just like the score the score for the film type thing. I don't think it was an actual. I don't remember. I don't recall it being an actual album for it. Maybe just like the music, just that was up that like that was hot during that time.
I don't
Uh,
know, because some of these are actually titled after the movie,
but
like New Jack Hustler and New Jack City. Like, so they have songs that are like specific
so you
to the
got so
movie.
there's an actual album soundtrack.
It appears.
Mm,
Because it's
that'll
not like
be.
it's saying this song by this artist on this separate album, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Got you. But yeah, no, I mean, I feel like when you have those a movie with a New Jack Swing, it's just the movie of the, it's just the music of the time. Because I think, what's the other one? The other movie that we, um,
Juice.
Juice is one, but that's not the one. It got Tupac in Above the
um,
Rim, and
Oh,
New
okay.
Jack City. Their soundtracks. I'm not gonna say they sound similar because of the type of music, and I think Teddy Riley was involved with both. So
mm.
Mm, that's a good point. Okay. But this movie kind of taught us loyalty versus betrayal because we see what happened between Nino and G Money. The same day Nino told him, we not gonna let nobody come between us. Nino was eyeing his girl that same night.
that's how
Y'all,
Yeah,
niggas do. That's how niggas
he
be,
said
man.
she's not anything to come between us. That was in his mind. He was like, I'm testing the waters for you, sir. I'm trying to see if she's gonna let me hit or not. If she does, then she's not the one for you. If she doesn't, then, there you go. I'm
was
just
she
kidding.
the
I'm taking up for him, but I really don't believe that.
was she the villain in that situation?
It's the game. I mean, the game is the game. I mean, that's how I look at it. Like it wasn't G G shouldn't have gotten tied up in that, but at the same time, Shorty was choosing, so he was supposed to let her go anyway.
Yeah, if she
Um,
wanted to be with somebody else, like, I mean,
but
it sucks that it happened to be him, but if she wanted to be with somebody else, what was you gonna do? Like, she just don't want to be with you no more. I don't, you know.
but then he was pillow talking to her because like she was telling business the house business. She can have a
Hmm.
baby. I can give you a son. Whoa. Like I
She was
don't know
trying to
why
get locked in. Look, she was
I don't
trying
know
to get locked in.
I don't know why she ain't pop her. Like she should have popped her. Like hold on, bitch. Let me talking about what this can do.
Right. Yeah, she should have.
Mm.
Cluck the nice one.
But she got Nino.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess for the brief moment she got knocked out too.
She did.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Karma come
That
back to you quick.
Quick enough.
it was not quick enough.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. But I mean, I get it. And also, the other thing with it was, we were talking about when G Money and Nino, they first got together, and he was trying to tell him about Freebase, and he, I guess I don't know what they were selling previous. Well, maybe they were selling coke.
Just Coke, yeah.
They were just selling coke, so then they began to step on it, and I guess I wonder was that idea of taking that building already a thing? Like, was that already something that was in plan? It was just like, all right, we're gonna take the building, but this is what we're gonna push through the
I don't
building.
think so. Because he said at the table when they were meeting about it, he said, when you have a new product, you have to have a new marketing strategy. And,
Mm.
with this new opportunity, we have to figure out a different way to sell it. So I don't think that it was an idea he already had in his mind, but I did want to talk about the marketing, like the genius of that,
It
right?
was really great.
Genius to lock down, because it reminds me of, do y'all watch Kanan?
That's what I was about to say. It was
Yeah.
just like that. That
That's
show
where they
was
pulled
another
that
one.
from. Yeah, Kanan pulled that from that, I'm sure, because like the thought process of operating in this building that you can, create little hiding places and, drop it from one floor to the next and all the things and like have security and you can lock the whole building down really. So it was very smart to me. Like if you gonna do it, that's way smarter than being on corners.
Yeah, and but one thing I didn't, I guess I paid attention to because the move when it comes on is, it's talking about, just how much I guess the drug epidemic is messing up the different neighborhoods and what's going on. Um, how he was taking over the communities, like how he was doing, like he killing kids. He was kind of like lawless. Like he felt like a Marlowe Stansfield to
Yeah.
me. He
Mhm.
was moving like Marlowe. He like ruthless, didn't give a damn. He killing mamas, daddies, leaving kids orphans, like taking people out their houses. Like, bro, you could like, because I look at it when I look at people of their stature, yes, they fucking up a community because they selling to their people to create whatever enterprise they have. But oftentimes you see it where, I mean, I guess maybe that's the thing, where they creating the spaces for the people to be okay in case of a situation. But these niggas was just like, because even in Raising Cain, they was like, hey, we're gonna make sure y'all good, XYZ, so we don't have no problem. I'm gonna try to make sure, Marvin would go back in there, hey, I'm gonna make sure everybody y'all good, so this ain't another issue moving forward. Now you got Kanan who dealing with his own little problem. He a kid. So he a kid moving up trying to understand a thing. But the older people, they understand what's needed in order to make things happen. Now some people that's push along, where she was just like, fuck it, bulldoze them. But you can kind of see the rise and fall of Nino as it's going. Of course, he was blaming the different people around him for, whatever going on, which I mean, technically, yes. It was them who was putting those people in place and around you. But yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, the mentioning that it's like any job, right? And I say that like casually, but you want to work for somebody and want to work with someone who's like, reasonable and like we have similar goals. Like when you start talking to me crazy and all of that, I don't care to do this work no more. I don't care to, be a partner with you and help you figure out whatever it is you're trying to figure out. And that was one of his major flaws was like, yeah, I realize you're trying to get to where you want to get to. And yeah, sometimes you got to step on some people, but you're not supposed to step on the people that you
Right.
actually need, like your close people or like you said, the people who lived in the apartment because they can see what's going on. Like they could rat you out. Like they could, do whatever. And so for him to just be completely ruthless to me felt like a non like it just wasn't smart. I was trying to think of like the snowfall reference because you said that's what you feel like was birthed from this because like with Franklin, he knew how to play the game, right? He knew you got to be nice to some people. You got to like, have relationships with some people that you wouldn't normally. Like when he had to check old boy in the car for, being crazy and
Leon.
yeah,
Hmm.
Leon and taking over other old dudes' corners and stuff like that. Like you have to work with people to get where you need to go. And Nino was absolutely missing that.
Yeah. Because he was treating G Money like crazy, talking to him crazy, like he didn't have any kind of authority. And I think that's another reason why G Money kind of resented him. And then I think Keisha was just the camel that broke, or whatever that broke the camel's back, the straw. And he was just like, you didn't respect me. I'm the one who brought this idea to you. So it's just like when you got somebody, your partner that's beside you, and you just over here getting a big head, disrespecting them in front of people, it's just like that's supposed to be your number two. So yeah. And then you fucking up the community. And then like Shawnee, like you said, like the people in that apartment complex, or excuse me, what is that? A high rise?
Yeah, apartment
project
building project.
Yeah. So it's just, and that's why they got rid of him at the end.
Jazz. We probably know too. Who better leader? Franklin Saint, Nino Brown, Avon Barkdale.
Bro, they all killed people close to them.
I mean, you
I'm
got.
a,
I mean,
He said who's a better
that's
leader. He didn't say who's a better person.
I'm thinking of all of it because all of it go together.
Who was the last person
So
you said?
you was,
Avon Barkdale, Avon Barksdale. Yeah,
I would say, oh, I would say Franklin, but Avon is a close second.
Hmm.
who you got, Room?
Out of those three, I'm definitely going Franklin.
Do you have somebody that you would put over Franklin? What about you, Jazz? You got somebody you would put above Frank?
No, I can't say Frank Lucas. He snitched on his whole family.
He had to get out.
Yeah, nah, like
Frank, I'm
you
the
came
leader
into
of this
this
thing.
life. You got to do your
That dang
time.
wife of his, wife, baby mama, girlfriend. I'd have slapped her. As soon as I knew that
Franklin?
that's no, I was thinking about Frank Lucas
Oh, okay.
because he got caught up over that damn mink jacket. But anyway, you know what? Actually, I will. So I don't know because Avon Barksdale, but not him, but who he was in the other show, the other movie.
Paid in full.
Is that the one where
With
he gets shot
Cameron,
up?
no, he did.
Yes.
Yeah, paid in
Oh,
full. Ace
oh,
Okay.
Boogie.
okay.
So now I don't like the movie in itself, but the way he moved was very much like, okay, we're gonna keep a low key. Everybody's getting handled. Everybody's getting taken care of. Nobody should feel jealous of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody do too much. We're all just gonna make this money and chill out and relax. And he was always very like not apologetic, but you know what I'm saying? Like he
He was
won't acting like
reserved.
he was reserved and he
Mm-hmm.
didn't boast. He wasn't boastful. He wasn't talking down to people. He was very much like, I'm just chilling. Like I don't want nobody to feel disrespected because then they want to come for me. He played it very smart. So yeah,
Yeah. He was trying to get that money, man.
and he
Who
was
you
chilling.
got?
Uh,
Who you got, Jason?
I definitely would probably put Frank in that, based on those people. I think Avon lost out because of old ways, and you have to be able to adapt to the game. Now, Marlo was probably going to be the most successful because, again, when you're the most ruthless, you kind of cutthroat. There, ain't it ain't no that what only way you lose out when you Marlo is the bigger person has to take you out type of situation. Which that's why when the show ended, it was still he was on the block again just to prove, hey, I still got this. Like y'all not you gotta give on my spot, you gotta take it type of situation. Um, Nino, he wasn't, Franklin was gonna do whatever he could for his people as quick as he can, as much as he can. He doesn't you can't make there's no way you make 100% of the right decisions every time and you go and that's why I like the way they progressed that show because it came to a situation where hey I have to make a decision based on the needs of the business and it may hurt somebody that's close to me but I got us if you still gonna ride and then everybody started to split which I mean that's just business.
Well, hey, if
uh
we throwing people out there, what about Rock from Kanan? It's not a movie, but it is a show, and
Ooh.
I feel like she makes great decisions as a leader. Now, a lot of people don't like her. My husband is one of those. He roots against her
Rock.
regularly.
I like Rock. I
I
like
like
Rock.
Rock.
It's Kanan I don't like.
Yeah, oh, he get on my
Uh
nerves. He need a whooping so
Kanan
bad.
Kanan and what's the other one? The one that just got out of rehab. Them two are the ones I
Oh,
don't like.
the uncle.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't think of his name.
Them two I don't like, but I think Rock is solid. Rock does
Right?
it. Rock she does it. I mean, does a pretty good job. Like as far as with her, how she's raising Kanan, that's the only the name of the show.
I
That's
think
the
right.
only issue. That is her being a mother is the only
I
the
think
only bad thing.
well, that's a conversation for another time. But as a leader in the drug game,
And
in that kind of business,
that honestly comes with it. Because I mean, I probably would pick shit Tasha before I pick Rock. Maybe.
Mm.
no.
No,
Because
you want to pick
no. I think
Tasha.
well, I
Tasha
think
would.
Rock is harder. She's much more ruthless. Like who do you know? Well, she killed her best friend, talking about Tasha. But besides that, Rock out here is like, she'll put people down. And she like she was saying, I hold the weight of that. Like, that's what a leader has to do. Like you said, you can't make 100% of the hundred
Yeah, she
percent right
did
all the
kill.
time.
She killed the
Yeah.
little kid, the kid. Yeah.
Hmm.
Ah, yeah, she did. Yeah, she's made some decisions. So I do. I appreciate. I appreciate Rock though. That's a great actress. She does a great job in
Yeah,
that
she really
role too.
does.
So yeah, nah, I fuck with it. But yeah, I'm still picking Franklin though. I'm
Yeah.
I'm putting Franklin overall. He was there. But I mean
Up
he.
until the end. Look, up until the end, he
I
started
mean,
coming
but
unraveled.
I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, is Rock gonna make it to the end? Hell, that's what I'm curious on
Maybe
because
that's what happened to Nino. He just came unraveled. I don't know.
I mean, he never.
The stress of it, maybe.
I don't think Nino ever came unraveled. It was just the pieces around him. It was neat. Well, I'm not gonna say he didn't come unraveled. Nino became too arrogant
Yeah,
because he started doing so. What was the first one? The Italians. When the Italians came and tried to
Yeah,
talk
he
to
was
him,
going
and
crazy.
Well, that's
all
because
they
they were
asked for
telling him
10.
like, "You're not giving me my 10%." He's like, "Well, I started something different. You can still have 10% of my Coke business, but I'm not really doing that no more. So I'm not giving you 10% of this new venture I'm on because why would I? I felt them on
Yeah.
that.
So I mean, when you start doing stuff like that, I mean
Yeah,
that's when you start taking losses in that
Yeah.
situation because you got to
because
be prepared for war. I think Franklin said, "I'm not." Was it Franklin said we never? What I was watching something that was like we're not prepared for war, so we gotta be smart.
CNN.
CNN,
You were
Is
so
that,
stupid."
is
she's
that where you
stupid.
saw
I'm like Capone Noriega. What are you talking?
Oh my goodess.
Nah, it was like a show. Like somebody
No,
was like
I
they
thought that
could.
was Raising Canaan when they
Okay,
had all the beefs with like the Italians, and then
yeah,
I forget who else was in
the
like the upper,
triads.
yeah, whoever was up there at the top of the city. And she's like, "Yeah, we don't have the manpower to be going to war with these people."
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you gotta make smart moves in this,
Yeah.
in that.
you
But
might have to dish out some extra money, but it's just either that or go to war, and then that's just bring unnecessary attention to your high rise.
yeah,
So, but Nino wasn't trying to be nobody bitch, and dude was
And
dropping a few racist comments.
several,
Like, but I
several
mean,
of them.
they was doing it both sides, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right, like that toy, they over there laughing. I would have
oh,
probably reacted the same way.
at that point, yeah, now you got to go and regulate. At that point,
Yeah,
you have to regulate. I
yeah.
feel like in the beginning, there was an amicable way to go about things where there didn't have to be bloodshed.
So
No, because I was just thinking like as I'm listening, I'm like replaying that scene in my head where he comes, where as he call him, what do you call him, the middle guy, or the
Mhm.
like whatever his name was, whoever he was, he came to deliver the message. And him and G Money
Franklin.
were like, they
they
had
was
a
close.
rapport. But I feel like there had to be other issues before this because it escalated so quickly. And when he goes back to tell his people, he's like, this is what he said. He's the problem but me and G Money, we're good. So I think it's always been, and they didn't talk about it much, but I think there was always some underlying racial tension there, and they were just, working together for the sake of we need the money. And Nino probably felt like you feel like I need you, and I don't want you to feel like you can, run me and tell me what I'm supposed to do. So,
No,
at some point you got to push back, but
100. I 100% always think when dealing with the white person, racism is there. It's there.
simmering underneath the
It's
surface.
it's always there. They always feel like they have this, you know what I'm saying, this upper hand, this thing of, I'm allowing you to belong to this situation.
hmm
So
Without
yeah,
me, there
no.
would be no you. That's what they'd be thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
100%.
Well, Nino proved them wrong and got them up out of here. But they had a wild retaliation. R.I.P.
Hmm
Man, that nigga Nino is
Trash.
he
I
was
didn't.
ruthless
Like you using a kid
as a shield.
as a shield,
That's just
and I didn't even really. I don't think I caught that the first time I watched it. I was like, I was probably like,
It was
not
a
that
for
it's
the crazy thing we were talking about this scene last week. I said, damn, he was a baby as a shield.
listen. I probably was like,
when I saw Jones, I could have sworn it was a woman. Like the whole time, like in my past watching, and then I rewatched it. I was like, I thought that was a woman, like a little lady or something that he had pulled in front of him. No, that was a baby.
I was like, he is carrying her wrong. That's how I carry my baby dolls. Like, you don't carry a kid like that. I feel like that's what I thought when I
And
first saw it.
he said, oh no.
Yeah. Nino said, I'm not catching no bullets.
Yeah, she gonna catch every
Tragic.
one of them, man. Yeah,
That's so that was very tragic.
that was a wild scene. That was a wild. So what y'all think about the shootouts? in this film. Jazz, what about you? What you think?
Nobody can aim. Everybody has to go to the range.
But that is real street shit. Niggas ain't out. So when you watch these movies and niggas be out there really on some John Wick
So they're
shit,
not like John Wick.
no,
No.
it goes like this. That's why you always see people like whenever like
That nigga that shot Ricky, he was before John Wick.
No, but he had a freaking semi-automatic. He was able to like spray the place. It's not
He
like
had
he
a
shot him with
shotgun.
one. Oh, it was a shotgun?
And
was
Boys in the Hood?
Yeah, he kind of.
Oh yeah, that was a shotgun.
Well, even a shotgun is a spray of bullets. It's not one.
He kind of he was kind of he was kind of off in real life too though. So that nigga was
He
kind
was a
of.
bit off. Yeah, he was
He gonna
something wrong
come
with
for
that
you.
man.
He can't
If
come
he's
for nobody.
alive.
I don't think he come for nobody
Oh.
now. I don't think.
Oh, he out of here? R.I.P.
Yeah.
But not
But
But
no,
not a
yeah, no, people can't aim. But that's a real life thing. People don't go to the range like
It's not, but
they should, but
but they say, but them shit.
if you in a mafia family where you gotta keep a gun on you,
they probably not taking them to the range. They probably just here,
listen.
hold this. Look.
If I know somebody is going to be trying to shoot at me, I'm going to make sure I can shoot at them and I can aim. They're not developing their craft like they should.
It's a true statement. I mean, I agree with you, but they're not thinking that way. They're just like,
I
oh,
know.
it's a gun. I'm gonna just shoot it and it'll hit something.
Because Nino was right there. They could probably smell his breath. He was so close. How did he get away?
Bruh. Yeah, that was they. I mean, they hit some people. They just
sure
ain't hit the
did,
right
'cause,
people.
oh
Cause
Lord.
man, that daddy went to go try to save his baby. Man, he done picked the baby up. He daddy done died because he couldn't get to the kid properly. Man, this is fucked
When
up.
I saw it recently, I was like, you should have went for the gun. You were close enough to the gun to where you could have took the gun from him. But I was
From
just
the white man.
Yeah, the dad was right there. He was right by the truck.
Man,
He wasn't
He
feeling
said,
like Bruce Wayne.
man, look,
He
I'm
was.
just saying, man. That's the man. That was man. Look, where my wife at? Like, cause that's a crazy. I'm just saying, look how far he was. So, because the survival instinct kicked in. I got to get my kid. Like, with my wife, we can make another one. Because I don't know if I'm finna gonna run over there. I'm running into. Because I'm just saying, be for real. Imagine
She was like 7, Jason.
You running into the gunfire.
for my kid,
look,
yeah.
For my wife, where's my wife? That's all I asked.
She should have been running in there too. Look,
wow. Not both parents. Yo.
Listen,
Jazz.
As soon as I see my husband, he got it.
That's a tragic situation.
I'm gonna go run in this bush.
Hey, look. Hey, if they both gone, shit, that's one less kid I gotta worry about. But that nigga ain't here.
Lord.
I got a life insurance policy on both.
See, this is the type of stuff.
I get it though.
I just want everyone to know I'm running in after mine. Okay.
Into the fight, man. That's some crazy shit.
I'm running in after mine. I'm gonna be a bit more strategic. I'm gonna do some rolling and do whatever I gotta do.
Do a little Kim.
Right. I'm not just about to be running full one of these, but yeah, no, I'm going in after mine.
Oh. So y'all zigzagging through this stream of bullets.
Jason,
they won't hit nobody anyway. Look, I crawl on
a straight line was a struggle for them. Zigzag. Oh my God, my nigga, you turned into Neo immediately. You're not
right.
Look,
but they coming from both sides. And why was Keisha sliding and shooting?
Right. And what was it? A white pantsuit?
In a white pantsuit.
Wait. So you mean to tell me y'all don't, like, when you shoot your gun, you don't run towards your target? Why you
But
shooting?
that was the problem. What you say, they couldn't aim, so she was trying to get closer. She was like, I'm clearly not hitting them from back here. I need to slide up, and if I'm sliding, I'm a moving target. So maybe they can't get me. But no, they lit her up.
Listen,
Keisha ain't never hit nobody, bro. She only hit the one nigga up close. She ain't never hit nobody.
The Rasta man.
Man, she out here. Man.
What she say? Rock-a-bye or whatever she said.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Yo.
Tragic.
R.I.P. to Keisha.
R.I.P. to Keisha.
Keisha. She had to go.
She
She had
was.
to go because she was making reckless decisions. She had
She
to
was
go.
trying to take one for the team.
She took it. The
She
She
few.
did
did.
several. I said
She
several of them
did.
actually.
And
She
how
got it.
speaking and Dada man, how are they going to explain to the police force that Dada man they shot Dada man in the back 100 times? How they gonna explain that?
Right. This was not self-defense at this point because
And
the
he was
man
hanging.
is fleeing. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh man, that was some terrible. That was terrible. I was like, bro, what?
But if you think about it, though, the police don't care about none of the crime. And they kind of showed it at the beginning of the movie where the older gentleman that shot Nino, he was at the police station trying to tell them they took a whole high rise. Y'all ain't do nothing. The police officer didn't even say anything.
If you stayed there, DJ would have been came and got them.
Right. The cop wasn't saying nothing. So
Right.
authorities weren't doing anything. You got Nino hanging a dude off a bridge during the day. It was during rush hour traffic. Witnesses everywhere.
I don't know,
Right.
but what that was that you probably couldn't see down there. But that's also where I feel like it kind of felt like Friday because the whole community was like, "Whoop his ass!" He said, "You can't shoot him. I do it."
Oh goodness. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Community was tired of him.
Yeah.
Damn your turkeys. Look. Damn your turkey giveaway.
Man, heck
How
yeah.
y'all feel about Pookie's story, seeing it with adult eyes, and Chris Rock's performance? Should he have been nominated for a Grammy?
No, but
He played a good crackhead though.
he did do a good
He
crackhead.
did do a good
However,
crackhead.
I will say, high risk, high reward. I mean, that nigga, man, he put him back in literally into the fire. And
Right there.
his boss told him like that man not ready for that. You trying that's his life. If you put him in there, that nigga was up in that bitch getting it in, tweaking like a motherfucker.
Tweaking like, and he was doing so good at the beginning. He
Yeah.
was doing so good at the beginning. Then he got too talkative. They say, "Oh, wait a minute, look, what are you doing?" He was skipping around, being crazy.
How long was he in rehab?
I would have
It
to
had to be
assume
a
a few.
while.
I'm assuming some months. Like
Yeah, I
to
would say it
break
had to
him.
be at least 6 months, maybe more than that, because let me think. That was Thanksgiving.
So it
But when
wasn't
he
like a
came
couple of
back,
years.
Nah,
years seems,
nah.
yeah, I don't think it
'Cause
was
they
years.
did the time they did the time jump for the years because it was
Yeah,
86 when we met them, and then it was what 89 or was it 90? I think it was 89 when it jumped it like 3 years later or something like that. When it got to it. So
So he
yeah.
wasn't even sober for a year, and they said we're gonna put you back in the crack house.
well, he wasn't there initially, right? He had to work his way up, but
Yeah, they really put them people out. They really put him out there, man.
maybe they didn't think he was going to be so successful in getting close.
They
They
sold
thought
that
he might
boy
have just
short.
heard, right. They thought he might have just heard a little couple snippets and be able to, tell them maybe some drop locations or something by accident, but to know that he was going to get to that high, to be right there with the product, yeah, they might should have pulled him back at that point because he was clearly not strong enough. Yeah, and he looked horrible.
That
Ooh,
scene, like when you see him fighting against it, I was like, there you go, Pookie. But then that second day, it got him.
tragic situation. I always use him as an example when I see people or I hear stuff about people like doing crazy stuff that's high, like on something wild, like meth and all that. I'm like, they didn't watch this. They didn't see the Pookie situation. They didn't see how this panned out because nothing about the way Pookie was living is like something I'm aspiring to. I don't want to do those kinds of drugs because he got people out here fighting over hot dogs and slicing each other's throats. Like, I mean, it was just craziness. You can't wash your butt. Like, your teeth look
A mess.
a mess. And the Dada man's teeth looked a mess too. I was trying to figure out what was going on with him. I'm like, is he on that stuff too? Why his teeth look like this? Because at first I was like, is that gold? I had to zoom in.
He
That's
got
not
some goals
gold.
though.
Not these at the top.
He ended up getting some, right? Am I tripping? He got some gold teeth, right?
He got a haircut. He got a haircut.
He
That's what he got.
he got some
But
gold
I was
teeth.
trying to figure out what was going on with his teeth too, because I was just
Life,
like, wait,
life.
Yuck mouth.
Because
it
he went
was
like that when he Radio Raheem, he ain't had the same mouth. So
Ooh, Lord.
he
I
got
said,
gold
what
on his gums.
happened? Oh
He
my God.
got gold on his
Just
gums.
stuck them in there because them teeth couldn't hold nothing.
what I'm gonna say? Ah man, I forgot. But yeah.
What he just was talking about people forgetting stuff.
Oh, Pookie.
Oh, people.
Pookie. Like niggas be like, I don't know what nigga what do you have to go through to be like, man, I'm gonna try crack today. Like that's a crazy thing.
I be trying to understand it. I try to understand it. Like here in Florida, meth is a thing. Like these people be out here on it. And I'm like, is that a joke? You really, really tried that in your mind one day. You sat down and made this conscious decision. Nobody drugged you to get you hooked. You just wanted to try it.
It was a choice.
That
Wow.
heroin, I'm not sticking no needle in nothing. I don't even like when they prick my finger at the doctor. I'm definitely not about to be sticking myself with nothing.
Man,
Mm,
I know some niggas is like, I'm gonna smoke it, but I can beat it.
What?
no,
They didn't
it's
beat
gonna
it.
beat you.
Like,
All right, it's gonna beat you. You're gonna be in here
like that.
selling everything at your house.
These niggas
Yeah,
creating challenges for themselves.
girl, no,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
beat
be
that
all right.
addictive drug.
What makes you think you could be the nigga
You're
that
the
could beat
strong
it?
one, right? All these people,
It's a
but you're
it
the
was a
one.
it's
You're
a
the crack
whole
Superman,
epidemic of niggas that didn't beat it. Why
right?
you think you gonna be the one that
They the crack Superman. Apparently, they think they got it. You ain't got it.
Everybody thinks they're special.
I don't
Nah,
know. No,
not
nah,
that damn special?
not
that's
that
crazy.
special.
It's like sitting there with a gun, like maybe I should shoot myself. I can survive it. Nigga can do it. Let's see.
Right. Let's test that theory because what?
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
What did you think about the Ice-T partner though?
He seemed pointless.
I was so annoyed because if
he
Ice-T's character won't bad enough, then we compound the problem with this man. I'm like, y'all are annoying. Like as a unit, this is annoying to me. Everything he said, and then he was just trying to be too cool, sir, sir.
I just didn't see a point of his character. Like they're supposed to be partners, but what did he do?
I mean, he broke into Nino's house and he
He was like
saved
the lookout.
Ice-T.
Oh, during the shootout, they saved each other.
But did Ice-T really save him though?
Right.
That nigga pulled up like Jason. Nigga, bro. Man, heck nah. But then Nino inside that damn building though, and
I love that.
that nigga
I
was getting it in. He was not bullshitting.
I love that. He was taking cops out left and right.
Man, that little the so he killed the black cop, but then the Asian cop was coming down. Niggas, why are you screaming, sir? Shoot this nigga.
Why was he screaming?
He
I didn't
scared him.
understand
He
it.
shocked him, started him,
He caught him off guard.
stabbed that nigga to death.
Yeah, that was rough.
Was Nino wrong for killing G Money?
Yeah.
You think so? He told him, if you fuck up again, I'm going to kill you. He told you in advance what he would do.
I
So
mean,
how is he wrong?
so if it's about standing on business, no, he did what he was supposed to. But I feel, I mean, like, I
He
mean,
should
there
have taken
can't
him to
rehab.
rehab.
There, I
Yeah.
mean, there's no grace in the streets, though. You know what I'm saying? So,
But there, well,
because you're not, I mean, so you're not technically not supposed to get high on your own supply. So I don't.
yeah,
So
he
like
definitely.
these niggas be. So he was doing a whole bunch of like stuff. He broke a lot of rules. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, and he did let it. Like you said, he broke several rules. He let it slide way more than he would have anybody else. So it's at this point you taking advantage of my kindness.
Because
If
that
you can
one nigga,
call
he said,
Dino kind.
I ain't like your ass, no way.
Because he was light skinned.
I don't know why they do that to us.
In the 90s, yeah, they was killing y'all.
I know. It was
But
very
That would
disturbing.
taking they girls. No, Nino can't have that. He wants to be the girl taker.
Damn, I was about to ask y'all a question. I completely forgot.
Bum bum bum.
I
Another
know.
old person loves that. Why y'all can't remember stuff?
I have
Y'all was
I have terrible short term memory personally.
That's unfortunate.
You ask me something right there. Oh shoot, I could be mid conversation, be like, oh, what was I just talking about? I'm gonna blame sleep.
Jason be falling asleep on the pod.
I,
She loud. No, I don't. Don't
I
listen to
was like,
that.
could them damn glasses be hiding right behind head, get the nodding and all types of
Don't
stuff.
listen. Don't listen to
He be
that. Don't
saying
listen
yes
to
to
that.
stuff, don't even know.
Right.
But
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. She's just talking.
She gonna put a reference in the comments. Go see episode
there you
109.
go.
Right. Go to this point in
Damn.
the recording.
109. I don't know what movie that was. I don't
I'm
know.
just throwing
I
out
thought
numbers
you.
for
I
No,
thought
this.
you were
I
finna
was trying
say.
to think if I knew what it was, but I was just like, nah, I don't.
Oh, that head.
Go ahead, Joe.
Don't talk about my friend like that. Look,
That's, that's what I
I
did.
laugh real quick. I laugh real quick, but then I had to remember. Don't talk about my friend like that.
That's what when people used to make fun of my head. That's how I be like,
Help us.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But
They're gonna stop everybody.
you said what?
Right, you hide it.
Was that stopping them?
I thought I was I thought I was Jean Grey from X-Men.
Look at this,
Outrageous.
Brad. I didn't hear somebody in the background. Look at this. Look at this big head ass girl. What's she doing?
They better start running. When you start acting like that, I'll be like, you know what? Never mind. Look.
It would have been so funny if somebody would have said something. I can feel the waves. She like, oh
Outrageous.
All right.
Oh, my cheek.
All
That
She
made
would
my
have
cheek
been real
hurt.
pissed off then, man. That would have been crazy as hell, niggas.
right. All right. All
That
right.
made my cheek hurt.
Whew. All right. That's enough on me. That's enough on me. We cool.
I'm like, hey, since we here, I hope we got into a fight because I had some crackers and cheese.
What?
What?
I need the context. I was like, because I'm confused. He
I
almost got into a fight.
because I had some crackers and cheese in my lunchbox, and they was talking about my lunch. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with crackers and cheese?
Niggas.
What is wrong with crackers and cheese? You put that with a little some pepperoni, you got a charcuterie board.
Jason got a prison. He got a prison.
I checked that nigga, AJ. I checked that nigga up. Cause nigga, you talking about my lunch.
You had a prison lunch and you mad people picked on you.
First
I
of
would have
all,
picked on you too.
Nigga, I was
what kind of
crying.
lunch was you taking to
look,
school then? Your mom was packing you some spaghetti? Because I was eating cheese and crackers too.
Man, I
That's
was
a good little
crying.
snack.
I was crying. I snatched the nigga up. 'Cause boy, what the hell you mean crackers and cheese, bro? Don't be talking about my. Why you telling the class?
Look, you're gonna be hungry afterwards.
Right. Why you all in my lunchbox anyway?
Wait, so this happened when you was younger?
Yes.
My nigga, why I thought this would just happen recently.
Oh boy, what in hell no? Come on now. You think I'm a pussy, Jazz?
I'm just like, I feel like you would fight somebody if they made fun of your lunch.
We definitely would have been there. No, it would have. I was man, hell no. I'd be eating cold Lunchables at work. I don't give a damn what I do at this point in life.
If it's pizza, you have to heat it up.
No, I don't like.
Pizza,
I like them cold.
heat it up.
That's so disgusting.
I like them
such
cold.
a savage.
But you know what? His disgusting food choices, it's been established multiple times.
He has a peasant tongue. It's crazy.
Very
Oh
disgusting.
my god, no. But there's
Eating rice biscuits and stuff.
Right, I don't. Well, I do put.
We
rice
got you
in
a
the
four.
biscuits.
We know. Look,
It's a good meal though.
that's not a meal.
I mean,
where's the meat?
So technically, so look,
Where's the
rice. I
vegetables?
will eat the rice with the biscuit, but no, I have biscuits, rice, eggs, bacon, or sausage. It's a whole thing. But sometimes you might eat
What?
all the
What is
meat.
the addition of this rice? Just stick
Look,
with the biscuit,
You don't eat
the
rice.
egg.
Wait, you're not what you
We've
like.
had this conversation already. No, I'm not eating rice for breakfast. I do not get up and make a pot of damn
Okay, that's
rice
why
for
you don't eat rice.
breakfast.
Okay, you don't eat rice. That's right. But you eat grits or oatmeal.
Yes, I eat grits.
It's a replacement. It's rice.
not in the morning, Jason.
Right.
You've
What?
never
Like,
eaten it.
No.
You've never eaten it, so you wouldn't know.
Because it's not, it doesn't make sense.
It
I'm trying to
does.
I don't think I'm trying to think, have I ever seen rice on a breakfast menu?
Probably
hell
not. This is a
no.
southern
No.
thing. This
Nah,
is
that's a
just so.
you.
I
That's
live
that's
in
that
the
little
South.
rock.
I said, what
That's
are you
that
talking about? I
little
live in the
rock.
South.
What part of the South you from?
I'm from North Carolina, but I'm in
No,
Florida
that's not the
currently.
South.
That
That's
Florida is
is
not
the
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 South.
South. I
South.
don't get. I don't care. I look. I
Is
What
never.
is it?
is
I
Florida
know.
Is this
I
not
the
the
new
know.
South?
argument?
I know it's below. I know. I know they say it's below the Mason Dixon line,
Yes, it
but that's
is.
it's a lie. That is not. They didn't. Them niggas want whole niggas like
North
that. Like
North
that.
What
Carolina
Like
about
that.
is
Like
the
that.
Florida?
South.
Is Florida
Florida.
not the South?
It's
These
it's
motherfuckers
it's
be
it's
making
south
all
of
these
J.
rules. They be
It's
like,
south.
"Oh no,
It's
the
south of
South
J.
stops in what? South Carolina, Georgia."
It gotta
Georgia.
be because y'all niggas don't be. How do
How you
y'all not?
got a whole state as Florida, but we don't include that? Like that don't
Right.
make no sense. Like
It's
Right.
just
North Carolina.
Okay.
exclude
Is
North
Mississippi
Carolina
the
is the
South? And if
South.
you say no, that's a problem.
Mississippi,
Mississippi is the
yes,
South,
yes.
right? Okay, I've
That's
been
the
to
South
Mississippi
South.
multiple times. I have family that lived there. I've never once seen them make rice
You
with
gotta
breakfast.
ask them. It may just be a Memphis,
I
Arkansas.
would
It
say
may
if I ask them, then that's
it's a.
not them doing it regularly.
I mean, because it ain't. Wait. That's not fair. Because there's things that Jazz eat regularly that I ain't never seen her eat.
Huh? Like what?
What?
I'm pretty sure you eat something regularly that I've never seen you eat, but you eat it. Like, I've never seen you eat sushi, but you talk about this shit all the time.
Sushi is so fire.
It's nasty, disgusting.
You just haven't had good sushi.
You haven't had rice with biscuits. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Ah, checkmate, nigga.
I was
Okay,
just about to
I
say,
see you. 150. Okay. I will say Jason won that match. That's what's up. If he was in front of me, I would high five you. Damn,
you
that's
set
what's
yourself up for
up.
that though.
It was amazing. I
Yeah, he
like
took
how
it.
you did that.
He took advantage of it.
Damn.
Grasped
But
right onto that one.
we're not talking about that, man.
Right.
Back to
right,
the
All
episode,
off
man.
subject.
Who is y'all? Did y'all have a favorite cameo that wasn't? They was in the movie, but they weren't in the movie.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah.
Flavor
He was a
Flav.
good cameo. And he was
I
in two
like.
different scenes.
He was. I like. What's the nigga name?
You don't even know.
R.I.P. Gerald Levert. Gerald Levert.
Yes.
Oh, Keith Sweat was there too.
He was.
He sang at the wedding. So
He did.
Yep, sure did.
I do love a good wedding singer. So I'll pick Keith since you had
but
already
Keith,
picked Flavor
but
Flav.
Keith Sweat yodeling ass. He ain't
He having
singing
his
that much.
birthday party here. You see that, Jess?
No, in Tampa.
Yeah. And I think I had sent it to our Peaches, and she was like, "All I see is a bunch of two-piece linen suits and Stacey Adams, somebody and a bunch of people smelling like Old Spice."
I would like to hear him sing Twisted. That was my
It's a good
song.
song. It's a good song.
It is.
But yeah,
But
I'm
Jason,
gonna
what
pick Keith.
Keith Sweat is yours?
Yeah, he picked Gerald, and you picked. We all picked the music people. Well, I don't know if you count Flavor Flav as a music person.
He's an entertainer.
Yeah, because
And they
musically, I'm
had
like, please stop.
I couldn't even tell you a Flavor Flav song for real.
the power.
Couldn't.
Yeah, you gotta go listen to. You gotta, listen to it, but it's a mess.
Mm.
It gives very much Flavor Flav. Let me say, it gives Flavor Flav all over the place. Yeah, lots of that.
I'm gonna take y'all word for it. But I did ask y'all, did y'all have your favorite 5 quotes from movies released in the 90s? I'm gonna start with you first, Charnette.
I'm supposed to run down all 5, or we going like in a
You can go down all 5 and we're
all
gonna
5?
judge you or congratulate you.
Oh, okay, so my first one was from My Girl because that is a 90s movie and is one of my favorites, right? Why you hold your face like
You
Because
that?
I
stole
feel like I went
gas.
dark. No, I feel like I went dark. Like, which quote is yours?
I go around, right? So I just picked my 5 favorite movies from that time, and I picked something from each of them. And like mine is all over the place. So I got my girl, and like one of the things that she says is once I sat on a toilet seat at a truck stop and caught hemorrhoids. And it just tickled me because the whole movie she was self-diagnosing herself. At some point she thought she had cancer. I love that movie. It was sad, but I like that movie.
I thought
So
your I thought your quote was gonna be wear his glasses.
I was gonna go that route, but I was like,
Oh.
everybody's gonna pick that one. Everyone's gonna think of that first. So, my next one is Goodfellas, which is also one of my favorite movies. And the quote is "Murderers come with smiles," because he was basically telling her like, "No, you can't trust nobody. Like, you think that these people are kind?" Because she was like, "Oh, everybody's so nice." He was like, Murderers wear smiles. All these people done killed 15 people, so don't
Mm.
even be tripping like that." Boys in the Hood. We've referenced that movie, but what's the daddy's name?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne, thank you. When he said anybody can be a father, but it takes a real man to be a dad. It was, part of that process of them working through like the struggles of Black people at the time, absentee fathers, people, dying from gun violence, all the things. And that movie was laced with
Hmm.
what are the words I'm looking for? Like, lessons. That's the word I'm looking for. So
Right.
that one was heavy on that. Friday. The fuck you stealing boxes for? What you trying to build a clubhouse? Like that was my friend. I'm like, Smokey's a fool. Cause what kind of friend are you? I'm out here stressed. I'm upset. I just got fired. And you're like, well, why? Why did they fire you? And you told me because somebody thought you were stealing boxes. But why would you be stealing these damn boxes?
On
Because what are
your
you trying
day
to do?
off.
Or and then you get fired on your motherfucking day off. Do better. Please do better. And then my last one was from Matilda. Yes, I love that movie. And it was when they brought her home from the hospital, and the dad was looking at the bill, and he was like, $5,000. I'm not paying that. What they gonna do? Repossess the kid? To me, that's funny because I had a kid, and them doctors' bills is crazy. And I'm like, how dare you? And I'd have not have paid it because what were they gonna come do? So those are my 5 from the 90s.
Okay. Jason, you got yours?
I'm gonna let you go.
Oh God,
You niggas got
Well.
what you say?
I said you niggas got quotes.
Well, 'cause I was thinking of like my favorite scene from the movie. So yeah, I had to think like, okay,
Look, Friday. Damn.
no. Wait till you hear mine.
oh,
I
I was
got
supposed to pick the most. I was supposed to pick the
it's
like quote everybody would know.
This is me.
no. It's whatever you
It's just
wanted.
me,
It's
dog.
whatever you wanted.
Shit.
Jason just talking shit.
Tragic.
But
Per usual, right?
mine is all my life I had to fight from The Color Purple.
It's a good movie.
That's the 80s, but I got you.
Oh shit, it was the 80s. Yeah,
Was it? Oh, was it?
damn.
I thought you, and then my mind went, what's love got to do with it? I'm like, that's not that though.
Oops. Oh well, thanks for that. So I'll replace my
Oh, it
color
definitely
purple.
was. That's unfortunate.
I'll replace my color purple with Eat the Cake Anime.
Oh my God.
And then my other one is You Fucked Me Up from The Best Man. And then I got, let me finish my quotes, Jason. My office hours are from 9 to 5 from the 5 Heartbeats.
That's a good one. That's a classic.
And then I have Boys in the Hood. And then my last one is I need that money from Saturday.
The fact that she's reenacting them, I feel like I didn't do mine justice. I maybe should have got like an accent. I maybe should have put some props into it because mine wasn't as, colorful. Look, good choices. I mean, besides your color purple, because yeah, wrong time
But
period.
I replaced that one
Yes, you
with the
did.
one. Jason, you got yours.
Yeah. So
He
I
did a whole
got
research project.
Home Alone. Keep the change, you filthy animal. Honorable
That's a good
mention.
one.
Try and catch me, you big horse's ass. Because I used to say that, and my grandma was like, "You got to stop saying that one.
Right.
Can't say
Because
that."
why did they have that in a children's movie? Because now you're making me feel like I can say that. My mama immediately told me no, I cannot. But you know, in my mind, I was like, I can call people a horse's ass.
Y'all
um,
saw that little white boy do it. Y'all thought
Right.
that y'all could do it.
That was the confusion. Look, that was the
Nope.
confusion.
There's the confusion.
There's the confusion.
oh man. I got Friday. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Um,
Mhm.
of course, Temptations. Anybody coming to see you, Otis? That's not a real kid, you know. Pulp Fiction. He said, "Oh man, I shot Marvin."
Sir, you didn't mean to? Look,
He didn't.
He was playing swinging the gun around in the car and it blew his head off.
oh,
He
you know I've
played
never seen that movie.
Julius. For real?
I've never seen Pulp Fiction.
Oh man, it's a wild
That's a
ride.
wild one.
Oh goodness, I'm gonna
That's
have
a
to go
wild
watch
one.
it.
And the last one, Rush Hour. $20 million. What the fuck you think is wrong, Chelsea Clinton?
Because yeah, who what? $20 million.
Suya, Suya.
Oh, bitch, slap your ass. That got to be on the review list because goddamn, there's some
Yeah.
unquotables in that bit. A lot
You
of
go-
racist
There's a
unquotables
lot.
in that one.
you'll offend a lot of people during that review, not gonna lie. Because Rush Hour, it was crazy with the jokes.
It was. That was a good movie.
It was.
So I know why we got here because they had a lot of quotes in this movie, but cancel that bit. That was so unnecessary. That woman ain't did nothing.
I still don't
Damn.
know what she did.
I was sitting here like, well, what happened? Look, did I miss
She said,
something?
"You're a murderer." He said, "You know what?
Oh,
Cancel that
wait,
bitch."
wait. She saw what he did to that little girl.
Yeah,
She, she saw. So I mean, look, you gotta break up with him after that. Like, if you see your man use a kid as a shield, you
Yeah,
can't stay with him.
you can't
You
stay with him.
you have to leave.
Jazz.
And you just lost Keisha? Oh nah.
Jazz, give me the top 3 reasons why you got to leave him. But like, it got the top 3 reasons you got to leave him. Like, you got if he lose a fight, are you staying? Like, you've seen it.
Wait.
So
Did he
you're
get jumped?
asking this?
Yes,
Right,
I'm
I'm like, I
asking.
need to
He didn't
understand.
get
Oh, okay.
jumped. He just lost a one-on-one fight for your
Did it?
honor.
I'm not. Nah, I ain't gonna leave him.
Okay, so
Because he
you
fought for my honor. If you wouldn't have fought, that's a different story.
But
Everybody
hold
take
on.
a L. Everybody take a L every now and again.
But what if it's a bad L?
How? Well, it ain't gonna be that bad anyway. Because if I'm there, I'm jumping on that motherfucking back. If you fighting for me, I'm gonna jump in there. I'm gonna get
so y'all could
a
be
couple of.
y'all gonna both be in the car with lumps. So
Hey,
that's some
then we both
damage.
gonna be lumped up. We both gonna be lumped up. But I'm not gonna let you take it by yourself. I'm not gonna let you go down that bad now. Because you was fighting for me. You were fighting for me. We're gonna take this together. We both gonna be in this mud lumped up.
Jason, what you doing? If your girl fighting
Apparently,
for your
Jason
honor,
is leaving
Jason
her
gonna leave her.
to
Jason
get beat down.
He gonna see her get knocked out. He gonna be like, "Damn, I'm single now."
Hey,
Right.
imagine her getting into a fight. She hit the grave. Like, hey man, if it jump, you ain't gonna help. Hey man, look.
You could have
Call the
pushed somebody
police.
or something.
Call
Tragic.
the police. This is 89. They're not coming.
This is a note to all women. Anyone interested in dating
I'm gonna
Jason?
sound like Red. I'm gonna
Just
sound like
don't do
Red on
it.
Friday.
My office hours.
You shouldn't have been around here messing with these good people. No way.
Right. His daddy won't. That poor child done got knocked slammed from the porch to the damn street.
These damn fools around
No.
here
Well,
acting
he was like,
rowdy.
you want some old too? You want some too, old man? No. That's Jason in the background.
Nah, I'll be throwing. They have been. I go to jail for what I do.
Because I'm just not about to let you get me down like
They
that.
gonna
I'm
boy, they
not.
gonna they gonna be talking about me right next to Jonathan Majors after I done got done acting a fool.
Ned
So,
said
New
that one
Jack
time. He said no,
City.
because if you getting jumped, I'm gonna have to start swinging haymakers on these women. I said, I appreciate that, babe.
I'm like,
Don't let me
sir,
go down.
why was you swinging like that? I had to protect her.
I had
I
to
had to make
protect.
sure she was good.
We felt threatened. Look, that's what the card they always pull. We felt threatened.
But what if? But I'm not gonna say it to you. I'm not gonna say it to you, Room. But Jazz, what if you
Okay.
was in a fight with some chicks and that was and, and you heard in the background, hey man, you not gonna help her out?
Right, because at this point, why am I even fighting? What am I fighting for? I'm fighting for you, and you
Yo,
don't even want to help me.
so if I hear that,
That's the end of that.
I'm just gonna die.
Jesus, why we go
I'm
all
gonna,
the way to death?
no, I'm just gonna be like, man, fuck it. Just like, that's crazy. I,
You gotta get the time out in the middle. Whoa, whoa,
Right.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Never mind.
whoa,
You
whoa,
can have them at
whoa,
this
whoa.
point. Look,
I thought something different.
I thought we was in a different place. I thought we
yo,
were something that
You
we are
got it.
not.
You got it.
that's
Yeah, you got it.
crazy.
But yeah, nah, she leaving G Money. I'm not G Money, but Nino, because he done picked the baby up as a human shield. But that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a line. That's a line. Look, you done
Oh,
crossed it.
And her cousin still work with him. He said this is about business.
shit, that's right. He put the
He
lady in
did.
that the nigga that he
He
didn't like. oh, man, he's
so
cancel that
crazy.
bitch. The man. He went got back with the other chick. Like, but he ain't messed up about the woman.
She been picking up his phone.
Bruh,
That
like just
that was
like
wild.
he's, you know what? I knew I should have treated you like he said. Wait, he treated like a what kind of hoe? Some kind of hoe.
What did he
A
say?
$1, some kind of that one. He like a hoe. I mean, yeah, you should have. Why would you treat like anything else? Anything else?
I was like, because she's shown her hand, I would say, and it's giving that. It's giving hope.
Mm.
He
That's
was in love,
hilarious.
y'all.
You can't
G
fall in
Money
love.
was in love.
Oh, G Money,
You
yeah.
can't. You can't be him. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Some
What?
situations just
What are
in
you
some
saying?
in some situations you just gotta you just gotta do the do and just go on about your business. You can't just
He trying
be.
to say you can't be in a relationship if you that guy, right? You can't be trusting these people and getting catching feelings and stuff. It has to be somebody you was with before you got up there. Very much Tasha ghost type of well he won't ish anyway because he done cheated. But my point is, that's the type of person that you like, you fall in love with and you treat like something, not some chick that's seen that you was already doing good and then tried to jump on the bandwagon. You knew she wasn't about nothing.
And that's what the light skinned chick was for Nino. He did her wrong
What's
because
wrong
she
with her?
was.
I don't know what's wrong with her. What's wrong with her, man? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
and,
Right.
and then he was trying to get her back, and she was just like not paying him attention. Well, fuck you, then.
Shit, he wasn't trying to get it back. Not hard. He just did that just to take the temperature type shit. He wasn't worried
Oh,
about
y'all
her.
be doing that.
He won't put no
Whoa,
effort in. You say you
whoa,
be doing that or y'all be doing that?
I say
whoa, whoa,
y'all,
whoa.
but I'm
Oh,
they men.
no.
Oh no!
Oh,
Stop! Drop! Shut him down!
I'm lying.
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
think that's
sorry.
I think
I,
that's
I feel
I
like
think
you had to
that's
finish
I
it.
think that's I think that's human nature.
Oh, okay. All lives, yeah, all lives, yeah.
It's good people on both sides.
Right.
It's good people on both sides.
But did y'all have a favorite scene from the movie?
Hmm. Uh, I guess whenever they had the red on at the party, I guess it was a New Year's party. That was in that bitch cutting up. They were cutting a rug when yeah, Aaron Hall. It was a guy when guy came out at the party. It was that kind of fool up in that little party part. I think that was my favorite scene though.
As you mentioned it, I like all of the like club. I like any of those things because it was very giving me like yeah, back in the day when people they was sweating weed. They didn't even really wear weed back then, but they was sweating their hair out. They was really dancing hard, like they was going to work. I'm like people don't be doing that no more.
I do.
Not that I go to the club now, but
I do. Put give me turn the music on and that thing.
not with Give yourself a damn
Wait,
concussion.
sitting at the bar doing that.
Right.
They
I'm
calling
talking
the
about being on the
cops.
dance floor. When they did the little close up on that man doing his footwork, I said, okay, you better get it, sir.
I'm gonna definitely hit that white boy at the club one day. You know, some the little foot thing, the little steps. Yeah, yeah. Cut a fool, act a fool rather.
But
Roomie, what was yours?
I'm gonna say it was the scene.
Oh Lord.
The naked man scene. I should have said.
No, it was
Ah,
when they were
okay.
taking over the Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they was just getting the people out of there. Not the
Literally,
naked man. Nah. I mean like that whole sequence because you had Gerald Levert and them singing.
this shit was sad as hell. I said, God damn. I was watching, like, God damn.
It was
This.
crazy. But the song is I was like, got me rocking a little bit.
They're gonna shake hands and just go on about their day, man. It's too cold to be selling crack. I mean, go home.
Yeah. Uh-uh. I feel like it was too cold for a lot of the scenes. I'm like, what is happening right now? That's why I can't be a smoker because people that go outside and smoke like when it's cold outside, I'm like, no, I'd have gave up that day. I would have quit that day.
Like they
Drug
need it.
dealers that stand on the corners and it's cold outside, I'm giving up that day.
Mhm.
If it's too cold or it's too hot, I'm pretty much out of it.
I was born in the right era, boy. Ain't nowhere in the hell I could have sold no crack on the corners. Be
Mhm.
standing out there waiting for niggas to
All
come
day,
through.
all day.
I'm
Uh-uh.
not fighting for no corner neither. You want it, you got it. You ain't gotta shoot me for it. I was gonna give it up anyway. I move territories.
6 steps down. Yeah, I'm just be here. I don't even need a corner. I'd be here in the middle of the sidewalk. Just roll by because I'm not about to. Mm-mm,
Gotta shoot, stab, talk loud. None of that. Oh, you want it? Okay, you got it. We got it, brother.
too much.
You gotta be able to do all of that.
Mm-mm.
Keep your corners.
Mm-mm.
Hold it down.
Keeping it's crazy. You got to go out there and fight over some territory. I can't take it with me nowhere. I never get the block of my name on it. None of that.
But you got money in your pockets.
I, I could do that other places.
Listen, them dope boys said otherwise. That's why I like The Wire because you got to be able to see a season where it was from the dope boys' point of view, and you got to see what they were going through. So like it's very interesting. It's sad though
Nigga
because
be
they start
broke
off
and
in
it be broken hustling and shit be
yeah.
backwards. I'm
It's
good on
sad.
that life.
Right. I'm not made for that life.
Mm-mm.
But did y'all have any other scenes y'all wanted to discuss?
Hmm.
No, I don't think so. That now we talk about Nino being arrogant, but the Italians, that was super arrogant. Cause how you gonna shoot up a wedding and then just be outside on the block just like you didn't just shoot up a wedding?
Yeah, but I think that's how they always do it. Like for some reason, I don't think it registers in their mind. Like you do realize the same way you knew where they were, they're gonna know where you are. You didn't kill all of them. Like this, I never understood that. Every time I see that type of scene in a movie, like I'm trying to think. Oh, Get Rich or Die Trying, for example, where they were going back and forth
Hmm.
battling, and they just keep shooting each other up. I'm like, y'all do know, like unless you're hiding out, which you clearly aren't, because you're just on the street or you just like you said outside the restaurant chilling they're gonna shoot back. So, I don't. If I'm shooting something up, I'm gonna go into hiding for a little bit and see.
Just for a little
Not
while.
what test
Just
the
for a little.
waters. Send somebody out there to see what's going on. I'm not about to be just eating pasta 25 minutes later.
And then I mean, then it's like y'all talked on the phone. We knew you. It's not like there was on. I don't know if there was on a wireless phone. It's like he may have been on. Nino may have been on a wireless phone. He hung up on it,
Oh,
but like
it's like walkie-talkie type of phones.
the brick phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
She said walkie-talkie type of phones.
that shit like a walkie-talkie.
It
I
was
get
big
what
as
you.
hell.
I get her. I get her.
But I mean, they was all arrogant. Nino felt like he didn't need to answer to them at the beginning of the movie, and then, like you said, they shot up the wedding, and they was like, "Let's go get some lunch. We're hungry." We just collected some bodies, and folks came on motorcycles and just took them out. So it was just crime happening everywhere and not seeing any kind of authority anywhere, which I thought was interesting because we were able to see how like the police didn't have any kind of relation to what was going on outside of a special agency. It's like you have a war on drugs. Why do you need a special agency to like be undercover? Like that's kind of crazy, but
And I feel like that was the only way they could infiltrate and really take it down from the top, because
I mean,
the regular police collecting corner boys and stuff like that, they, you know, can be
I look
replaced.
at it. I look at it like on the systemic level. I feel like what's that show? Stonefall. So I think Snowfall touched on it a lot. I feel like they wanted that to happen. They were
Yeah,
looking
that's another
to
thing.
break down that black community. But also
Looking to eradicate themselves, as they would say.
yeah.
I feel like they were getting funded as well through what was going on. So I mean, it was like a two-part story. Like we'll let them take care of each other. We'll let them take care of themselves in this because they killing each other. They putting each other in jail. People are dying trying. Like one of the guys I heard on a news report died trying to rob somebody. Like that was in the ventilation system or something and got stuck and they couldn't get out. Just people just doing like the most
Desperate things. Some of the
yeah,
things were
for
very desperate.
that almighty dollar. Yes.
Who said, was that from Snowfall or something else where they were talking about like how do you think that that drug came over here? I'm trying to remember who I was listening to. It was like that was a show or if that was something else that was like real life. But it made a lot of sense to me because, at that time, Black people didn't have the resources in general to be flying to Colombia and all types of stuff like that to be, getting it in. So to watch the snowfall side of things, you're like, oh, that's where this originated. Like, I mean, we don't know that for real, but it's very plausible that it
Reaganomics.
was, yeah, that it was planted. The seed was planted.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm like,
that's been a rumor. They say they
yeah,
were had them funding that war that was going on in the '80s with the drug money that they were sending
mm-hmm,
over here.
mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I just want to know who was like. I mean, I guess people in other countries they know stuff, so it's like instead of us going to go get some vibranium, we brought back coke.
I would take the vibranium instead.
I mean,
I'll
shit,
take the vibranium.
they ain't got that
Seemed like some
research yet.
American type of shit.
Right. Matter of fact,
Get the wrong
don't bring
shit.
it back. Take me over there. Take me to Wakanda. Please and thanks. I'll stay.
Niggas might hit you with spears. I'll stay here.
I mean,
I
I'd be like, let
don't.
me in. I'm not one of you, but just
Why,
let
why
me
they
in.
why they gotta be aggressive?
I mean, who said they was just inviting? You know what I'm saying? Who just said they want
Yeah,
niggas over
if
there?
they were inviting.
You know, I would hope so. But some of these people don't want to be inhabited, so I don't want them to be, on some fuck shit when I get over there. All you
I
see
did
is,
hear about
hey,
a
look at that,
island.
nigga. What's that coming towards us, nigga? It's a whole.
Right.
Oh my
Take the whole ship down. Look, whole plane.
god.
I did
Full
see a
of them.
story. It was a dude, he went to one of those islands to see like a tribe.
He's seen it.
Yo, dude, he got killed.
Uh,
They got him. Oh,
How do
I
they
don't mean to
know that?
laugh.
was he white?
How do they know that
Yeah,
though?
he was definitely white. And I think they found his
Oh,
body
well,
because
see,
he
that's
probably
why.
told his people, like, so I'm about to go see what these people about.
So he's gonna go
But
tell
see,
them. He's gonna go
he
tell them
needed to
about
have a
Jesus.
contact, right? Somebody that was already from there so that he could, use them to help him facilitate conversation and stuff. They can't saw him, they said, oh, you know about to try to put us on a damn boat like you did our folks from back in the day. Get them out of here. Or bring diseases.
That part.
Yeah, that part. So,
Hmm.
I mean, RIP to that man, but I'm just saying he didn't do that the right way.
Just leave him alone.
Right.
Just leave him alone. They got their own kind of God. But was there any other scene y'all wanted to discuss?
I feel like we talked about them, all the key ones.
No, I think that was it though. Um, of course, the reason that we're here. Was it good though? Did you have something else, Jazz? No. Ah, okay, you nigga over here froze and shit. Romy, we gonna start with You was it good though?
It was good. It
Look at
was
this
good. I
dramatic
think
pause.
I know, right? 'Cause I had
Hey,
because
I'm
in my
like,
mind, right, I was re-watching it, like you said, with adult eyes now and like a different thought process. But I have to put myself back into when it came out and for what it is and what it was and what it portrayed and the story that it told. I think that it was a good movie for sure.
do you think it aged well?
Unfortunately, I do. Like, I mean, I think the storyline, aged well. The acting, some of the acting, and like we've already talked about some of the,
Ice tea.
cinematography. Hmm, no, but but with the times, yes.
Okay. Jason, was it good though?
Mm.
Uh, yes, it was. I enjoyed it. It definitely took me back. Definitely love that New Jack Swing era. One of my favorite eras in music. So it fits the time. I appreciate that part of movies like that where it, I guess, encapsulates. Yeah, though the era pretty well. So you see it in here. So you see it real time. And you see something like a Raising Canaan where they trying to emulate the '90s, and you just see how they do it on there. So yeah, the fashion and shit be on point if that's how it is. So
I was gonna
yeah,
wear my Kango, but I couldn't find it,
I ain't got no '90s.
I should
and
have
my
put on my
big
big,
name earrings.
I should have got my big chain, but
Jazz. Was it good though?
yes, I enjoyed this film. Charlotte, I'll tag on like the acting. I'm gonna just say Ice T. Everybody else was fine, but Ice T was terrible.
Yeah,
They
him and his
just
partner. I didn't like the partner's acting either. It was
he seemed like
annoying.
he was trying too hard,
Yeah, that's what it
and
was
your
annoying.
character didn't provide too much to the story for you to be doing all of that.
What was the point of him? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have no idea. I just think support and for him to have somebody to argue with.
Apparently. Because when the guy
But
introduced him and was like, yeah, this is the only guy who would agree to partner with you. Well, first of all, I didn't even ask for one, but okay.
yeah, he just seemed very pointless in that. But um,
You have any words
let,
you think though?
let me see. Did I? Where did I post it?
Denim,
Oh shit. Okay, here we go.
denim,
Bam.
denim.
DeAndre said, if anyone says no, kick them out of your life. Pat
If
Goat
they said no, it
said,
wasn't good.
no, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
what did you think though? If anybody says no. So I
That's what I
guess
said. So,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Um, Hat Goat said beyond good, and if anyone 30 plus has seen it, they they are invited to the cookout. Okay. CJ said, fuck yeah, it was good. And I'm on the wrong account.
It's easy want to be eating the barbecue dancing.
Yes. That is a wild way to remember him. But yes, that is CJ.
You could be eating and then it's barbecue. Like, oh my god, bro.
The barbecue be looking good too,
Goodness
though. I'm not
gracious.
even gonna lie.
I ain't never seen the
Um,
food. Shit, by the time he come back around, food be gone. He just be dancing.
the the crafty misfit said, I will never not love this movie. And Rhea said, one of the best movies.
The nigga CJ
So
be pooky about them ribs.
he sent me a picture after one time we recorded. No. All right. Our League of Thrones. I'm not. My eyes. Charlotte, did you see what I just saw?
I didn't. I was looking at you, so
Jason gonna see it on the edit. uh, our League of Thrones. This is the section of the episode where we pretty much let you know about a project that somebody from this movie or TV show has been in or has upcoming. Charlotte, do you have your Link of Thrones?
I do. So my choice was Keisha, real name Vanessa Estelle Williams, because she was in Soul Food, which is also a wonderful black classic. I don't know that many white people know Soul Food, but yeah. So yeah, I went with Vanessa Estelle Williams.
You just made me remember a quote. Big Mama, your arm.
Yeah, god dang.
Nigga.
It was on fire. Get it. Get it.
I'm on.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
Jason. Oh, y'all check out our soul food episode. I don't know what number it is, but it's on the list. Jason, who do you have as your Lake of Thrones?
I have the late great Bill Cobbs. He passed away last year.
I thought you were gonna say Bill Dunn, the Dada
No,
man.
Cobb. Nah, not Bill Cobbs. And I'm going to do the Carmichael show.
Mm.
Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do the Carmichael show. The Carmichael show work.
I actually like that show. I was sad when it went away. But
Oh,
he's a weirdo now. So anyway,
super weird.
that man is weird. I don't know what got
He
into
put
him.
he
Well,
put niggas in the weird, the most weird predicaments, and then make them talk and make people feel like trying to feel him. Like nigga,
feel
wait,
bad. Like
nigga,
it
people
was
gonna like
like
wait.
when he did the one with his dad where they went on a trip together, a road trip together. I'm like, bro, this is uncomfortable to watch.
And
Anyway,
then niggas gonna talk to dad. The dad should never did. He got it, man. Nah, nigga, don't put me in no situation like that. I'd
right.
punch you in
If
your
you want to have a
chest.
conversation with me, have that conversation with me, with you and me, not me, you, and 15 cameras.
Needed that shit tightly created. Put him in. Remember that time I told you I liked you, nigga? Bro, ain't even on that. What the fuck wrong with you?
Mm.
That reminds me of that episode with Diddy, Fabulous, and who was it? Jadakiss. And Diddy was like, "But y'all ain't never. Why y'all ain't never come party with me?" And Fabulous was like, "What you talking about?" He was like, "You know, you ain't never came to party with me." And they looked at him like, "Hell no, bro. Like, what are you talking about?" I said, "Well, we know who ain't on the list. Look, we know who wasn't on the list, who he ain't got no videos of, because
Alright.
Jada and Fab was not with it. Was not with the shit."
Somebody is. You think somebody right? You think somebody right now? Somebody stressing about what videos they may be on.
Yeah, I know. I think it's plenty of people. That's why they ain't came forward. I'm like, it's some people that I feel like they should have said something, and they like real quiet. But it's quite a few
Yeah.
people that's like, hell no. Who? Somebody did a video, interview the other day. Oh, Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was like, yeah,
Yeah,
he,
man.
yeah, man. He was like, his assistant told him, I think he want to fuck you. He was like, oh hell no. 'Cause he said, let him walk over here if he want to. But now that I know that, he's like, it's a difference. Once you know this foolishness, like I'm gonna knock his ass out. Then, well, we know Terrence ain't on the video.
um,
That's
Jazz.
Jason's favorite actor.
Terrence
Terrence
Howard.
Howard.
don't
Yeah.
listen to her. Jazz, what
Oh,
is your link of throne?
I am going to go with Pookie. Chris Rock. He was in Down to Earth.
Down for my niggas.
Came back as an old white man. Full Regina King.
I've
Like
never seen this film. Wait, what?
Down to Earth. Yeah.
I've never seen that film before.
It's a cute movie. It's
Huh.
cute.
It's a cool concept. I wouldn't do that shit today.
You said Sinners got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, huh?
It did earlier.
It did.
Yeah.
It
I,
dropped
I
like
was
a
just
percent.
I was just
Oh, it
using
did.
Down to Earth as an example. It has a 19.
Yeah, nah. I think right. I think Sinners.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that horrible. But I mean, it's a black comedy, so I take it for what it is. But yeah, man, that was episode 150. New Jack City,
Yay!
starring we have Miss Roomie with us. Do you have anything you want to plug or let the people know about? You want to, celebrate, summer coming up and all? No.
No, well, my birthday is in a month, so shouts out to that. Look, getting
27.
see that's you. That's
Hey.
you that be on it.
I need y'all to
I'm
stop.
Oh,
gonna take my years as a blessing. But
I'm taking
no,
hers too.
shave by the bay if you're in the Tampa area, and I always say if you need something sweet for the heat, hit us up. We're on Instagram and Facebook. So
Last week. Oh, last week we
Prince
talked
of
about the Prince
Egypt.
of Egypt.
I said, Jesus.
With Jada and Ferg. Yes, the Prince of Egypt with Jada and Ferg. Next week, 151. Daredevil.
ain't even dropped Sinners in there. That's crazy.
I was wondering when that was coming. I was like,
I'm sitting here like,
I said in the next couple of weeks.
Darn it seemed like he was wrapping up his movie drop. So okay, I'm just kidding.
I thought Sinners would come before Thunderbolts.
I would exactly, since Thunderbolts is May.
Yeah. Sinners is what we
Yes, we do. The first Tuesday in May.
It's not even because you know what I'm saying. I was talking about Daredevil. We got Marvel. They stuck to Thunderbolts. But yes, Sinners, Ryan Coogler.
You really trying to clean this up?
Yes, I am.
He's doing a terrible job.
I'm not doing a terrible job. You didn't give me a chance. It was just like
just say you forgot.
No, I didn't.
Because you've been forgetful all.
I didn't forget. I didn't forget about that. We just talked about it. You just told me.
I just said it, but you said you had a bad short-term memory. So
I do have a bad short, but I didn't forget it.
He forgot he told you.
Right, you just forgot you told me that. You feel attacked?
Screw you guys.
Right, I'm like,
This is What's Good on Podcast. Podcast about TV shows. Appreciate all your love, support, listen to talks. Until next time, I am one of the hosts. I am Jason.
If I move my head like Jason just moved his head and y'all was watching the video, y'all be like, what is Jazz doing? And I am Jazz. Cheers.
Bush your goddamn shit.
Nah. I ain't gonna show you what you did.